Hello, BookTube. Coming at you live from my house in the middle of a winter storm. It's crazy. I thought I would try to do a vlog, maybe, of my week this week. Never done one of these before. Feel like an influencer. I'm really not. So yeah. I'm gonna try. So we'll see how this week goes. Catch you later. So it is currently Sunday, January 25th. It is like, what time is it? Let me see what time it is. It is 7:30 at night, and I'm just here at home by myself. So we've gotten through the winter storm that came through our area. We probably got a couple inches of accumulation outside. It's not all snow, it's mixed with sleet. But we were spared a lot of freezing rain. They were calling for really scary totals of freezing rain, and I was really worried. It's just going to be really cold this week, so I don't know if you can hear in the background. Probably not. I have my faucet in my kitchen dripping. You can't see it. You can't see it from here. There it is. It's dripping. And my cabinets down there are open because I'm scared that my pipes are going to freeze. Because apparently I went to sleep last night in North Carolina and I woke up in Alaska. Tomorrow night is going to be 4 degrees with a wind chill of like 0. Excuse me? What? Anyways, so I'm here by myself because my husband is out plowing snow at some of his like businesses that he takes care of. So I'm sitting in my kitchen at my dining table and I'm about to do my journal reflection and rating for the Boone's Hollow duology because I finished that just a few minutes ago. I finished Return to Boone's Hollow. So that's what I'm about to do. So yeah. I just finished up reading Return to Boone's Hollow, and this is another book on my quarter 1 TBR, which I did a video on. I don't know when this is going to get posted, so it was one of my more recent videos. This one, it says it's 129 pages, so technically this is a novella, I guess. And it has a pretty good rating, 4.5 stars it looks like on average. I think I'm gonna try to at least get a good ways into this tonight. It is 9 o'clock, so we'll see. It is Monday, the 26th. I just took this one outside. Say hi. It's cold. I hate it. I'm ready for summer. That's all. Oh, I'm gonna try to finish Second Impressions today. Okay. I finished Second Impressions today. It was cute. It was a cute little novella, a cute little palette cleanser. I just checked it off of my list. I don't think there was enough there to really write like a review. It was cute though. I would recommend it if you're like in between larger books and you don't really want to start something totally new and you don't want to commit to something for a very long time, but you do want to read something, I'd suggest it. It was a cute little romance. Yeah. But I don't think I'm going to write like a whole page or even like I have a page about it. Yeah. On to the next. Good morning. It is Tuesday, the 27th. I started Mind Games by Mehl last night on chapter 3. We had a leak in our ceiling. We're still working on fixing that. Yeah. Sorry. I'm on chapter 3. I'm gonna read a little bit while I make my breakfast and get ready to go to work. So it's 9 degrees outside. There's ice on all the roads. My husband's taking me because I'm not driving. I don't do winter weather at all. So I'll update y'all maybe later today. See ya. Just sitting here at my kitchen table, and I reading. This is the Bible recap by Terry Lee Cobble. Look at that, it's dirty. I need to clean the cover off. If you've never seen this book, it is a chronological Bible reading plan. So, like, this is day 98. I'm not on day 98. I'm literally just diving back in to a routine of reading. Today's like the first day that I'm like, I need to get back into this. So I decided to start with Samuel. And tell me why that 1 Samuel 1 and 2.5. My lovely kitchen ceiling, sorry. That's bothering me. Tell me why this is Hannah's story. Okay. And I just being real with y'all for a second. My husband and I are going through infertility. It is more than likely me who's the problem. I don't ovulate, not to be TMI, but that's just real life. I've been to doctors, I've had blood work done, and the best that they can come up with is a diagnosis of PCOS, which I do have, but I meet the criteria for it, but there's really no like for most women who have PCOS, they know why they have PCOS and there's things they can do to fix it. And I'm very much a fix it kind of girl. But none of my blood work, none of my tests that I've had done have shown that there's anything really off for me to try to fix. So it has been a difficult road the last few years. Mainly the last year has been really hard. Yeah. I won't go into like all the details of it, but Hannah's story always makes me emotional, and I cried a little bit reading this. But I needed this. Like, I needed to see Hannah again and to read about her. And God knew that. And I think that's why I felt the need to start with Samuel. I had no idea. Like, Samuel just popped into my head today. And I was like, I'm going to go home and read the Bible recap. Well, I'm going to read the scripture and then I'm going to read the Bible recap. And I'm going to start with Samuel. And I'm going to go from there. Because I want to read the rest. This part of the Old Testament, I have read a bajillion times trying to get through the Old Testament, and I haven't. So that's my goal, at least to do the Old Testament, and then maybe read in more depth some of the New Testament books, because I'm fairly familiar with those. But I needed this. Like, just the fact, like, she went to the Lord and she laid it all out there. It says she was deeply distressed and prayed to the Lord and wept bitterly. And when Eli, the priest, came to her and he was like, "Are you drunk? Why are you drunk?" Because he thought, the way she was praying, he thought she was drunk. She said, "No, my Lord, I am a woman troubled in spirit. I have drunk neither wine nor strong drink, but I have been pouring out my soul before the Lord. Do not regard your servant as a worthless woman, for all along I have been speaking out of my great anxiety and vexation." And he blesses her and he says, "Go in peace. May the God of Israel grant your petition that you have made to him." And she conceived and she bore Samuel. And the rest is literally history. But it's a short story. It's a short part. It's not a very long part of the Bible. But I needed to read it. I don't understand, or I don't know how to make that make sense, but if you've ever read the Bible recap, it explains and recaps everything that you just read, and then there's like a God shot at the end of it, and it's basically like describing God's character. And for this one, it says Hannah is the only female scripture ever records going to the tabernacle. She has real intimacy with God. She takes her pain to him. Hannah takes her problem to the one who can solve it, and she knows he can be trusted to care for her heart, regardless of the outcome. Hannah goes to God because she knows he's where the joy is. Yeah. I'm gonna just be real. I needed that. That might be a little too much realness for this video, but I needed that, and maybe somebody out there needs to know that too, that you can take your pain to God. He's not scared of it, and regardless of what happens, he's with you and he loves you and he wants to talk to you and he wants you to come to him, because like my girl Tara Lee always says at the end of every one of her recaps, he's where the joy is. And if that ain't the truth, hallelujah. Hello. It is Wednesday morning. I have about 30 minutes to get a bunch of stuff done. Changing the sheets on the bed right now because they desperately need to be changed. And I wanted to talk about mind games, give you a little update. I don't know why, but my reading has been so slow this week. And, you know, I like slow reading, but I feel like I'm stuck in the mud. I don't understand. So, yeah, I'm at about 30%, I think, of the way through. And this is chaotic. I'm sorry. I like the book fine. I'm definitely getting like Criminal Minds vibes because I really like the show Criminal Minds. I just don't watch it as much as I used to. I used to watch it with my best friend and roommate in college. We would like sit in our dorm and watch Criminal Minds together. It's like that, sorta. So, definitely interested in it. Interruptions galore in this household. What was I saying? I have gotten to the point where the story is being set up. I think that's where I was at. And I'm gonna keep reading. Like, I'm interested in the mystery part of it. I just don't know quite how I feel about the characters yet. I like the female main character, but there's also like just kind of something about her. I don't know. I don't know yet. So I guess we'll see. I guess that's all I can say. I like the pacing of it. It's really fast-paced, which I think is pretty common for suspense novels. I don't know. I'm only like 100 pages in, so I'm interested enough to keep reading. And this is also my first suspense novel, so maybe I'm just getting used to the genre. So we'll see. I've heard a lot of really good things about this series, about the Kaylee Quinn series, this is the first book in the trilogy. I believe it's a trilogy. So we'll see. We will see what happens. Hopefully I can finish it this week and be done and have some final thoughts at the end of this for you. So stay tuned. Hi. I just got home from the grocery store. I don't think I have checked in today. It's Thursday. I don't know what day it is. It's January something. Feels like January 70th. I just got home from the grocery store. There's all my goodies. We're in the fire line for another winter storm. More snow, so we'll see what happens. I just wanted to check in and thank you all for 50 subscribers to this channel. I'm so excited and thrilled and happy that y'all would spend your time with me. So, thanks. I'm laying on my couch. My dog's drinking water. I'm doing some reading sprints tonight. Trying to finish this book. I think they may have just got me. I think Nancy may have just got me hooked. Okay. I'll be back with an update. Try not to wreck. Oh Lord. Okay. I ain't never done this kind of content. Alright, I'm just pulling out of my library. I'm gonna go this way so I can just straight across. I hope y'all ain't trying to turn in here because I'm going. Okay. Leaving my library, I had to return the librarian of Boone because the due date was like in 3 or 4 days, sometimes next week, and I was scared that it was going to snow and I wasn't, not that I was not going to be able to get there necessarily, but that the library would be closed. So I didn't want to have an overdue library book. I'm just a little bit neurotic when it comes to stuff like that. I'm on my way home, which I live like probably 5 minutes on a good day from the library, but there's still a bunch of ice on the roads, so I'm taking it slow. I'm hoping that these roads aren't horrible that I'm about to go on. Guess we'll see. Oh, wonderful. Okay, so I guess I can turn this way. They're working on that road up there. That's great. I didn't know that. Maybe a little detour. This is chaos. Oh, they're remodeling that house. Oh my gosh. That's gonna be so pretty. I need to pay attention to where I'm going. Oh, I'm so excited. I never come on this. I never like drive on this road, so I don't know what's going on. It's an old historic house and it's really, really pretty, and I think someone's bought it and they're like restoring it, so that's cool. Okay, I think I can get home from here. What was I saying? Oh, I returned the librarian of Boone's Hollow because I didn't want it to be overdue, and I was finished with it. Oh my god. There is no way that just happened. I can't see anything. Oh, lovely. Okay. The ice that was on top of my car just slid all the way down onto my windshield, so that's fun. I probably should have like removed that, but it's been frozen on there, so there's nothing I could really do. Now it's gone. I can see a little bit. It's fine. We're good. We're good. It's becoming obvious to me that I can't film content while I'm driving because I get too distracted with other things. Let me get in this line. Anyways, I picked up Emma by Jane Austen, which is on my TBR for this quarter. And I mean, I just thought I'd, see what happens. Try to at least start it. See what happens. I wanted to get The Lady's Mind by Francine Rivers because that's the February book for the read-along with Oshina. But my library only has a large print edition, and I don't really want to read a large print edition. I would rather just wait for the one that's on Libby. What I was trying to say was that I'm going to wait for my hold. I have a hold on The Lady's Mind on Libby. I'm going to wait for that to read it. So hopefully by the middle of February I can read it so that I'm ready for the discussion at the end or beginning of March, or at the end of February, beginning of March. I don't know when she's gonna do it, but yeah, I'm gonna try Emma after I finish Mind Games. Hopefully I can go in here and read a bunch in the next hour or so before dinner and finish that, because I'm at like 85% of the way done. Cause last night, yeah, it got good. It got real good. It got real interesting. So I'm excited to see what happens. I'm at the very end. Like yeah. I want to see how it all ties together and ends up. And hopefully tonight I can film my final thoughts about the book and tell you like what I wrote in my reading journal and like all that stuff. So stay tuned. Hello. I'm just making some dinner and I wanted to show y'all what I was making in case you were wondering. I'm a hot mess when it comes to planning out dinners. I need to be better about that. But, let me get that. I like to make things that are simple, that last a long time so we can have leftovers and taste good. So I'm gonna make what we call chicken and rice. I don't know if anybody else has ever made this before or had anything like it. I'm gonna add to, I guess this is a 9x13 baking dish. That's my oven telling me it's preheated. I just got regular white rice here. I buy this in big bags because it's just a staple, I think, in most people's kitchens. A cup of white rice. And I'm telling y'all, this makes so much. Like, we will have plenty of leftover. Unless my husband's really hungry. A cup of white rice. Let's see. I'll just go ahead and add it to the dish. Doesn't really matter. A can of cream of chicken. Open this up. I have a automatic one, but I don't want to walk all the way over there, so. Cream, look at this. It looks real good in the can, but then once you cook with it, it tastes great. Look at that. Okay. And then, never seen it like that. A cup and a half of chicken broth. Oh no! Where are my paper towels? Oh well, we'll just use that. It's fine. Oops. Tee hee hee. Okay, let's try that again. With a cup. And a half. Whoa. Whoa. And you can use chicken broth. I guess you can use like soup stock. Bone broth is a good one if you want to add some more protein to your dish. And then I just mix this all together. And once it's all mixed up, then I will cover this in tinfoil and like as tight as I can get it so that no steam well, some steam's going to leak out, but so that as much of the steam stays in there to cook the rice. I'll cook it for about 40 minutes on 375, and then I'll take it out and add the chicken on top, put the foil back over it, cook it for another 10 to 15 minutes, and you'll have a nice, like, pillowy, should be, rice texture with the chicken. And then I usually just put some broccoli either on the stove to cook, or like to steam it, or in the microwave, and that will be our dinner. So yeah, it's really good. Try it. Hello, it is Friday, January 30th, I believe. I don't think I've said that yet today. I just finished Mind Games by Nancy Mehl. Like, literally just finished it. And I haven't written my journal entry, and I haven't rated it. I need to sit with it for a little while before I do that and, like, mull it over. But I can just give you my, like, thoughts just right off the bat. My likes and dislikes. So I'll go with my dislikes first, so that we end on a positive note. So, my dislikes. I didn't like the first, like, 30 to 40% of the book. You get Kaylee, which is the female main character's POV. You get Noah, which is the male main character's POV. And then you get, like, 2 or 3 other people's POV. And it just made it a little hard for me to connect with Kaylee, which was who you're really supposed to connect with. That's why in my earlier check-in, I wasn't sure how I felt about her, because I just couldn't, like, get a sense. I don't know. It's probably just a me thing. But, let's see. The other thing, I'm petting my dog. He's all tore out of frame over something. I don't know why. The other thing I didn't like about it was, I don't want to spoil anything, but Kaylee is an FBI profiler, and she has, like, a weird way to profile the serial killers. Like, she has conversations with them when they're not actually there. And so, anyways, they explain that in the book, and then, like, as the book goes on, like, the unsubs that she's talking to start talking back when they're not really supposed to do that. And then there's something else that's revealed towards the end of the book, and it's just, like, it doesn't have anything to do with, like, who this killer is that's trying to, like, hurt her. It has nothing to do with that, really. It just kind of took me out of the story a little bit. I don't want to spoil anything, because, like, at the end of the day, I would recommend this book. I'm not going to say it's a 5-star. I'm not going to say it's, like, really highly rated in my book, but I'd recommend it. It was a good read. It was entertaining. But it kind of took me out of the story. I was like, this isn't realistic. I don't understand why this is part of the story. Like, why does that matter? I don't know. It just didn't feel like it mattered, and it was weird. And I don't know. I didn't like it. Maybe someone else thought it was cool, and that is totally fine, because I'm not the only person who reads books, and I'm not the only person who makes review videos, so everyone has their own tastes and things that they like. That's just a disclaimer. Just because I don't like something doesn't mean you won't like it. So, anyways, as far as what I liked about the book, there was a good faith element. I began to connect more with Kaylee once she started talking about her faith. Because another thing I really liked was that her partner, Noah, didn't believe in God and doesn't believe in God at the end of the first book, at the end of Mind Games. And so she's sharing her faith, and she's sharing like how she came to know Jesus. So I enjoyed that. It didn't feel really like out of place because I mean, she was just being honest. The faith content was good. The content was good. There was no like gore. There was no cussing, no language, no spice at all. There was really not even any romance. It was just like little hints of crush, maybe like a crush or something. There was like no real romance. Content was great. Like I can already tell you that's going to be a 3 out of 3. So no worries there. Other things I liked was the like Criminal Minds kind of vibe that I was getting from it. I used to watch Criminal Minds a lot, like I said before, and I kind of stopped watching it as much because it creeped me out. Because Criminal Minds is such a good show and they do such a good job with portraying creepy serial killers, that it creeps me out a little bit. I can't watch too much of it, so I just kind of like pulled back on that a little bit. But anyways, I enjoyed that. I enjoyed like diving back into the like criminal profiling and the BAU. It all felt very familiar to me because I like Criminal Minds. Enjoyed that. Enjoyed the like criminal case stuff, like trying to figure out who their unsub was, and I enjoyed all of that. The pacing was good. It took me a while to get into the book, but that was not really pacing. That was more of like, for me, it was too many like points of views. There was too many characters that had points of view from their perspective. Not that there was too many characters. You just went from like character to character to character too much at the beginning, I felt like, and it was hard for me to connect with Kaylee, which is who I wanted to connect with. Not that this was a very character-driven story, but it was confusing for me. Maybe I'm just easily confused. I don't know. Like I said, you might love it. I didn't like that part of it. But the pacing was good. It was very fast-paced, which I liked for that kind of book. I can't think of anything else off the top of my head. I think that's it. I enjoyed it. I would recommend it. Content-wise, I would recommend it. Like, yeah. If you're looking for a suspense book that's entertaining, definitely recommend it. Yeah. So, I'm gonna end the vlog here. I hope that you all stay safe and warm. If you're in a place where it's like abnormally cold. And yeah, I'll see you back here for the next video. Bye.